Hello and welcome. Today I will be investigating the BBC newsreader and TV presenter Fiona Bruce, who I'm going to show is a male to female transgender. Fiona has been a familiar personality on British TV for decades and is most famous for presenting the Sunday evening TV show The Antiques Roadshow. But as you can see, the person looks very suspect, but most importantly, the shoulders are wider than the width of the hips in many of the photos I'm going to show. On this one, she is bending the body to the side to fake feminine curves, and here placing a foot forward towards a lower angled camera. But as you can see, once stood upright, Fiona has a very straight torso, which is the defining characteristic of the male physique. This person is very thin, chiseled, in fact, and lean, something not healthy on women. It is still my opinion that trans people like this are purposefully elevated to promote a false body image to young women. These people all have the same wide shoulders to hips, but they do not look like you or your female friends. And more importantly, it should be expected that these people be honest about who they are and not be false role models for real women. Now, if you ignore the square jaw and focus just on the lower half of the body, there would be a convincing case that this here is the shape of a woman, because there appears to be both hips and shoulders the same width. I don't know how this photo was produced. Maybe Fiona had some selective weight gain at the time that did not affect her upper body, but a more likely explanation would simply be the use of hip pads, and would explain this next photo, where the shoulders indicate masculine and high muscle definition, whilst simultaneously still having wide hips. But as you've seen in these other photos, there are just no curves. I would suspect Fiona here wanted to wear a particular dress on a particular night, and without some hip augmentation, her real body shape would have been too obvious that she was a tranny. Either way, I'd say there is something seriously wrong with this body shape in this photo. Unfortunately, I've not been able to find a beach photo to compare the position of the hip bone. The neck here is very male amongst other features, and make your own mind up about the ring finger and forefinger ratio. The big jaw again, and here using the big shoulder suits. This person, of course, does not need it, but the fashion item itself helps to cover up what are high and square male shoulders. These suits help to promote another false image of women rather than empowering them, plus it negatively trains men to view this male shape as desirable and attractive in a woman. Long arms, wide shoulders, big skull, and the jaw along with the brow ridge. Sometimes there are just photos that don't need anything to be said. But Fiona is not the only trans newsreader. Sophie Rayworth is another BBC newsreader on the 10 PM news, also someone with no hips, with the square frame and arms hanging straight down at the sides. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, sub-bell and subscribe, and I will hopefully speak to you again in my next trans investigation. If you are new to the channel, do watch this short video that finally convinced me of what is possible to change a person's gender appearance and voice. Take care, everyone. Thank you for your continued support to me and other trans investigation channels, and for watching.
Rainbow passage. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long round arch, with its path high above, and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon.
Rainbow passage. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long arch, with its path high above, and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. There is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond his reach, his friends say he's looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.